Hello everyone and welcome back to Brooksburk Zoo. Let's have a look at something that I did off screen already. I built the community street. I told you guys that I want to have something like a background here in Brooksburk Zoo that makes it look a little bit more realistic than it already does. So I decided to build something for the longest and most loyal members of my community and built the community street, building houses and dedicating them to those community members. So you're going to see some new houses from time to time, and I'm going to show you those at the beginning of each and every video. But now we are going to have a look at what we built in the last episode. And in the last episode we started to building the desert house in our living desert area. So what we did is we built the first habitat for the crested porcupine that you can see right here. Those animals are enjoying their huge habitat and having fun. And we are going to continue in today's episode with building a habitat for the tiny little sand cats. You guys also voted for a new animal that is going to get its new home here in the desert house, as well as I decided I want to have a third animal in here. And this third animal with 50% of your votes is going to be the fennec fox. There were amazing many votes for this little survey that I did. It was more than 100 people that voted for the fennec fox. So what I thought about was, if 100 people voted for the fennec fox, can we reach at least half of that in the likes for this video? So this would mean about 50 likes. Can we reach that? I hope you guys can. So before we start into this new episode, and I'm going to tell you something about what I did here, just hit the like button and then we will going to continue here. Yeah, and I also am very curious where you guys are coming from. In my German series I know many of the people in my community where they are coming from all over Germany, and I also want to know that for my international community, because I don't have a clue. I get some information on YouTube on some of you guys where you are coming from, so like the percentage, about 4 or 5% from the US. There's also viewers from France, the Netherlands, and wherever. So I'm very curious, where are you guys coming from? Just leave a comment in the comment section underneath this video and I will be happy to know where you guys do come from all over the world. So yeah, you're not going to see the habitat for the fennec fox in this video, because I decided it would have been too much footage for just one video and I had to cut out so many stuff, and I didn't want to do that, as we would have to build the habitat for the sand cat, for the fennec fox, and also making some finishing touches on the desert house, and I thought that is too much for just one episode. So you're going to see the fennec fox in the next video, as well as putting down the finishing touches on the desert house, so that this whole little area here is finished and we can move on with all of the other animals of the arid animal pack. I hope you guys do like it when I give you the chance to vote for something that we are going to do here in Brooksburk Zoo. So I decided we're going to have another vote right after this video, or just a few hours before, let's say it like this, where you can guys where you guys can vote for the next animals here in Brooksburk Zoo. So I was thinking I'm going to give you the decision in which order we are going to put in the new animals from the arid animal pack. So you will have the chance to vote for the dromedary camel, for the Adex antelope, for the Dama gazelle and the black rhino, and the animal with the most votes is going to be the next one after the fennec fox that we are going to build a habitat for. The animal with the second most votes is going to be the one after that, and so on and so on. So guys, yeah, go into voting, but only if you finish this video here. Okay, so the habitat for the sandcat that we are going to build is pretty similar to the habitats that we built for the ring-tailed lemurs and for the fusa in our Madagascar house. So we're going to have a similar construction right here with some kind of an elevated habitat and some netting going on, or a chain link going on, and also a glass viewing area where our guests can view the animals a little bit better. And of course we're going to have an indoor area here as well. As I didn't include the habitat for the fennec fox in this episode, I was thinking to give you the full experience of the building here, so you are going to have an uncut version. Uncut version in that case, that everything that I recorded is included in this video. And as you might know me, I didn't record everything. Yeah, unfortunately. I forgot to record a tiny part where I decorated the outdoor area a little bit. So you might not see me put down some rocks and building the climbing structure for the sandcat. But yeah, sandcats live in the desert, so there's not much stuff for them to climb on, so you don't miss that much. I hope you guys are okay with that. I did notice that I didn't record everything just a few minutes after I was finished with the climbing structures and the rocks. Yeah, here you can already see that is very similar to what we have at the Madagascar house. Similar, but still a little bit different. And I also have to tell you guys that it is the very first time in Brooksburk Zoo that our animals are complaining about their habitat. Because you know, most of the animals, or not most of the animals, all of the animals are quite happy with what I built for them. I always build something for the animals, put in the animals, and then I'm just crossing my fingers that everything will be okay for them, that they will have enough space, and that they are okay with the terrain and the foliage and stuff like that. And till today, it was the case that the animals were very, very happy with what I built for them. But the sandcats are not. As I put in the first animal, it already was in the yellow because it didn't have as much space as it would have needed. I think it was about 200 square meters, and I only gave him or her 150, so it was still okay, but already close to the red. Yeah, and as the second animal got into the habitat, you know what happened, it turned red. And that is something that I don't want to have in here. So what I did was I deselected the animal needs, so that we don't get any information or any pop-up information that those animals are not happy, and that we don't have any protesters in the zoo. Thinking about that, I was not happy, and I still am not happy about that, because yeah, it's just annoying when you build something for the animals and everything is always 100 and everyone is happy even if they are not. I don't want to have that here in the zoo. Even though we are building in sandbox and we're trying to build something realistic, I still want my animals to be happy in here. And so I was thinking what I could do for those animals. And I think I found a solution, and I hope that I will be able to do this in the next episode as well. So yeah, here's my thoughts. What do you guys think if we are going to build an overpass for the animals where they can leave their outdoor habitat here and walk into another one on the opposite side of the path? So maybe next to maybe next to our Somali wild ass, or on the other side of the pass, next to the exit of the desert house. I think I'm going to build something like that so that we do have more space for the animals and to get them at least in the yellow, if not in the green, so that they will be happy and I can select the animal needs once again, because I really want to have that. So just let me know in the comment section what you guys think about that. Yeah, I just was thinking about my short-time memory is very bad. So I was thinking if I asked you guys where you are coming from, but I think I did that in the beginning of the video. If not, here's a little reminder. Go into the comment section and let me know where you guys from all over the world do come from, because I'm very curious to know that. Yeah, but as I said, I think I asked that already in the beginning of the video. Yeah, here you can already see I'm decorating a little bit in the outdoor habitat and in the indoor habitat as well. And here's once again the thing: if you do some elevated stuff for your habitats and you have a barrier around it, you will have those terrain gaps in there. And you can get rid of that if you just put down some rocks around that and later on just decorate it with some foliage and stuff like that, so that it looks a little bit nicer and not too plain and simple. Yeah, but we already did that in the Madagascar house, so if you have seen the footage of that, you already know how to do this. Yeah, and I have to tell you guys, I'm quite happy with the whole situation here for our desert house, because it is not that big of a house. It's a little bit smaller, and I wanted to have something smaller, as we do have some big houses in here already. We do have the Madagascar house, we do have the hippo house, and I just wanted to have something tiny, because we do have tiny animals in here and I don't want to have those huge and overwhelming houses everywhere. As I said, we do have a lot of buildings already here in Brooksburk, so I'm trying to slow it down a little bit. Yeah, and I think after we finished the living desert area, we are going to get back into the beginning of the zoo and just having something around there. So we are going to finally build for our castle area, I think. So we're going to have something in there, and I'm thinking of big cats or elephants or something like that. Yeah, but we will see. We will see what's going to happen. So here's some finishing touches right now on the inside, and here you can already see the inside is finished, and also the rockwork outside is done. This is the part where I did forget to record, or I hit the pause button and I didn't recognize that I had to hit it once again to record the rest of it. So yeah, I'm sorry for that, but at least it's not that much footage that is out of the video. So I wanted to have some little planters in here as well to, yeah, just to have a little bit something in here to make it feel a little bit more realistic and not too cramped. That is something that you have to take care of when you build those little buildings with not that much space. Always make sure that you have some kind of open space in there so that it is not too tight and feels uncomfortable walking through that. So with some little planters on the sides or even in the center that we are going to have in the end of the video as well, everything looks a little bit more open and wide, and yeah. Yeah, now it's time for some planting on the outside habitat for our sandcats. So I'm using those dry shrubberies in here, the new ones from the new DLC. The good thing is with cats in your habitats, you can have lots of plants in there, because they are not going to dig them all out or yeah, destroy everything. So it's a little bit more difficult when you have some kind of dogs in there or other animals, but with cats it's completely fine. Yeah, just a little tree in here as well. And we are pretty much done with decorating the outside with plants. Just having to decorate the visitor area a little bit, putting in some more of the chain link fencing to close the whole habitat up. Yeah, and there's also something that I noticed. Did you know, guys, that these chain link pieces that we have in the game are quite different in size? So that is something that I noticed when I was building the roof. Actually, I noticed it quite some time before, because this is not the first time that I'm building a roof with those chain link pieces. But if you use the smaller ones to close some of the gaps that you have in here, you will notice that those tiny pieces in between the chain link are sometimes a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger than the other ones. So it is absolutely not possible to close those gaps without having a little bit of an overlay and a little bit of looking weird. You will see it in a few seconds when I'm building the roof for this. That is something that was quite a little bit annoying, Because first of all, I thought this could not be possible. This is totally on me. I'm a little bit stupid to not find the correct way to lay those things over each other to make it look realistic. And then I noticed, no, it's not about me. Those pieces do have different shapes, different sizes. Here you can already see I'm laying them perfectly over each other. And you can already see they are a little bit off right now when we are getting closer to the bigger parts. So they are definitely not the same size. Yeah, but in the end, no one is going to see that, because if you are standing right in front of the habitat, first of all, you don't look at the netting on the top of it. And the next thing is, even if you do, these pieces are that small that you can't see any difference if you're not looking right at the top of the roof. So who cares? Just close it up. That's the most important thing, because that is something that you actually could see. But the rest of it, as I said, who cares? That is also pretty much the last thing that we are going to do in today's episode, I think. No, we're going to have some planting going on in our visitor area right here. And after that we are done. A little bit of fencing. And that's it. Yeah, as I said, just a little bit of fencing to keep our viewers away from the animals and not sticking their fingers through the chain link. Even though the sand cats are very small and very tiny, I think they are a little bit feisty. So you don't want them to bite your fingers. Our little barking cats. Yeah, I was a little bit ridiculed. Is that the right thing to say? When I put in those sand cats the first time, because they were barking, but thanks to you guys, you told me that this is actually real behavior of those animals, because it's something like a mating call or something like that. So sandcats really do bark. Never heard that in real life. Sandcats are very rare in zoos as well, so wasn't able to hear that. But would be very curious to hear them barking in real life, if it sounds like that what they are doing here in Planet Zoo as well. So one of the last things that we are doing is I'm going to build a planter here in the middle of the house as well. To make it look a little bit more open, as I said a few minutes ago. thinking about putting some educational boards in here as well. The building is very small, so I don't know if I could manage that, but I try to do my best to put them in somewhere. Maybe on the walls, right next to the habitats of the animals, there is some open space. So that would make sense, I think. And here you can already see the space that is left for our fennec fox. So we're going to have a nice indoor habitat for them as well as a nice outdoor habitat, and then we should be able to finish the whole thing. Yeah, and that's it. We are at the end of the video. We are going to have a look at our animals and the new finished habitat. I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. As I said in the beginning of the video, let's see if we can make it to at least 50 likes for this video. This would be so amazing, and I know you guys can do that. Okay, so if you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next episode, and also look at the voting at my channel to decide which animal is going to be the next one after the fennec fox, which arid animal pack animal is going to move in afterwards. So guys, have a great time, thanks for watching, and see you next week. Bye!
Thank you.